Well, thank you for your time. My name is Armin Ebrahimi, and I'm the founder and CEO at ShoCard. We just announced a partnership with RFIDs. We've been working actually with the team, and we have a demo for you guys available downstairs if you're interested to go look at it. Just want to tell you a little bit about what it is that we do and how we can add value in terms of identification, increasing security, but making things simpler. With that, ultimately what we do, what our job is being able to identify real people without usernames and passwords. And when I say real people, is being able to bring it back into the physical biometrics, the physical person, not just simply the mobile device. And the idea is to provide something that's more secure than what we actually have in place today, being able to protect user privacy with the information that they have, but also at the same time make the user interface a lot simpler. So, and I'll show you a little bit of that so you can see it. Looking at the next slide, let me actually talk about the keyword when we first started this out, using the blockchain, and how it is that the blockchain comes into play. So the concept behind that is you will grab an individual, they give the ID information, there's different ways that they can get that, but ultimately their employee ID, a physician, nurse, whoever it is at a hospital, for example, along with the biometrics. The biometrics that we collect is facial image, which is used for facial recognition. They load that up into the mobile device. We encrypt and keep everything on the device itself. But the thing that we actually do with that is we grab each individual field, we create a one-way hash of the data, digitally sign it with a private key of the user that's on the mobile device, repeat that process for every key value pair, put that on the blockchain. Then that way you have two things. One is the user and the information that they have on the mobile device along with the biometrics, as well as a record on the blockchain, which is a self-declaration of who they claim to be, but in a digital form. Now, if they share that, let's say with the hospital staff where they actually get employed and they have the information there and they share the information, the hospital can verify that that particular user with that mobile device actually owns that blockchain record. And once they verify that information, they'll create a similar record, which would be their certification there. And they'll put one-way hashes that are digitally signed with the private key of the bank. Now, if the user goes in, let's say, to the same hospital or a second hospital, but they need to be able to show that they're an employee of the first hospital, they can share only portions of the ID that they would need to, and the pointers to those blockchain records. And they'll be able to be verified by the second hospital as well. They could repeat that process via the pharmacy. They could be remotely accessing that. It could be urgent care where they may do part-time work at or wherever else it is. They can always show their affiliation with the first hospital, but do that without having to have these different entities actually talk to each other to share that data. Now here's the other thing. Not only is this an ecosystem play that you could play, the other idea is to be able to ease the process even within a given hospital when you want to have access. So this is the process. You have a mobile ID. On your mobile ID, what you have looks just like a badge that you might otherwise have with your picture on it, but everything is digitized on the device as well as on the blockchain. We work with RFID readers. They actually bring that up to the RFID. We can detect that with Bluetooth. You could actually set that up with different administration rules. So you could say if a doctor walks into the room, immediately give them access. When they leave room, it actually logs them out. You could have it where they actually have to go tap the device, but you can actually set that up as to how the administration wants them to use that. With that, they get logged into their system. And something with this that is important is that we see this as more of an evolutionary process. You don't have to go in and change every form of ID that you have. You can still grab your physical IDs that you may have, just like the cards that I think you guys have. You're going to use those to get your prizes, and you can still use those to get in as well. So there will be a migration of people. Some will actually use the existing systems they have. They may even use usernames and passwords if that's what's available to them, but you can always start introducing new technology in within that as well. Kind of went through all of this stuff pretty fast, but if you're interested to actually see a live demo, if you have more questions about it, you want to find out, come downstairs. We're on booth 9900, and I believe stall 72. This is actually the team, our team, as well as some of the RFIDs team who've been helping us out, but come and ask more questions.